last game? We will find out. Stay with us. It's going to be a hugely consequential quarter of football as they get a kick early here at the start of the second half to Point Cook Centrals and very nearly kick a goal within 10 seconds. Atar won the tap. Quick kick towards goal. It's bounced through for a behind. Caught everyone by surprise, Willow. So an early behind to start the second half of Point Cook Centrals. They cut the margin to 19 points, 5-4-34, trailing Newport 8-5-53. Kick in here by El Suki for Newport, who are kicking to the southern end in this third quarter. Ball contested in the centre of the ground. Duplessis on all fours, shoveled it up towards Atar, who kicks it high around the body, up inside 50, and 2 bites of the cherry. A mark is paid there to El Hooley for Newport. A terrible kick, bounces along the ground straight into the path of Mason, around the body, a flying shot at goal, and that is a perfect start to the third term for the visitors. It was Mark Hansen, who got the ball there after a shocking mistake by El Hooley. I don't know what he was doing. It was a grubbing kick along the ground, straight into the path of Hansen. He couldn't believe his luck. He snapped around the corner, kicked his second, and Point Cook Centrals, they are back to within 13 points. 6-4-40 trailing 8-5-53.
Has looked one of the more likely forwards, really, when the Sharks have got it inside 50. And really poor kick from El Hooley, who's been very good with ball in hand and by foot today, but not on that occasion. And the Sharks starting perfectly in the second half.
Sharks with the last 3 of the game. Atar let really high, beautiful hit out to Palmer, and Palmer drives the ball into Hansen direction. Alsuki couldn't take the mark. Stranick get it, he ducked. Well, he went low, and he's won the free kick. One of those interesting ones.
Momentum switch already.
Yeah. But he's going to have to kick at 55.
It's good enough to do it.
With a man on the mark, standing about 49 out.
He might have the breeze at his back too. It's a bit of a swirly breeze, but it seems to be favouring that end more so than the other.
It's getting a little bit darker here now at Langshore Reserve. It's dark clouds coming from the east. Looking out at the van before me, Nick, and it looked a bit ominous. Anyway, Daniel Stranack's got it. He's got 2 already this afternoon. Can he get his third and cut the margin back to 7 points? Struck it nicely. He's got the distance and he's got the accuracy. Perfect start for the Sharks. And Daniel Stranack. Newport 8-5-53. Point Cook Central 7-4-46. Just like that, Nick. Margin 7 points.
Just the class and quality of the Sharks really coming to the fore now. There's a reason they haven't lost a game this season. They've been able to respond from probably not too many challenges like the one that Newport have presented so far in this first half, but really responded well and really starting to take control out of the centre of the ground, taking advantage of the ruck dominance that Atar's had, and fantastic finish there from Stranack, who's now notched up the big 50 on the year.
Dark clouds have come over Langshore's Reserve and they've come over Newport, who are right under the pump now early in this third term from the restart. Papachitsakis with the long sleeves. He got a handball out to El Sabsabsi, who bumbles it up towards half forward. They need a goal in response here, Newport. Their lead has been slashed just to 7 points as a pack forms at half forward. About 52 out from their goal, and there'll be a ball up. Only gone 3 minutes of this third term. 2 goals already for the Sharks, who have come alive from the restart. Atar won the tap and stacks on the mill once more. Another ball up on between the centre square and the 50 at the southern end of the ground, the Cressa Street ground. Atar got up a mile. He was on the head of his opposing ruckman, slapped it up into the centre of the ground. Hansen, who kicked one of those 2 goals, couldn't control it. Kicked back the other way by Newport. Running underneath there was Kadua, couldn't mark on that occasion. Wobbly kick out of defence for the Sharks. It comes into the hands of Volk. On half back, he goes short and finds Palmer. Getting into the game more now, Mitch Palmer, he kicks to the centre of the ground and finds Atar. Offloads to the running Williams. Suddenly they've got some real energy, the Sharks. Williams kick out towards half forward. On the lead there is Stranick. This way then that away. El Hassan right with him. Sees him out of play. Throw in just outside attacking 54. Point Cook Sharks. 4 minutes gone in this third quarter.
Umpire throws it back in. Shaheen and Atar to do the ruck work. Shallow throw in. Atar in front. Wins it down. Ball goes towards the boundary line. Jawad there for Newport, the skipper. The ball goes back out of bounds. We'll get a throw in pretty much in the same spot, that left half forward for the Sharks.
You can tell Shaheen's got the hands on the head at the moment a little bit. That superior athleticism of Atar is really starting to take a toll.
So again, the rucks go at it. Atar wins that one down. 20 plays around the footy. This time we'll get a ball up though, and we're just inside the 50 for the Sharks. It's 8-5, 53 Newport. Point Cook Central 7-4, 46. Sharks with 2 quick ones to start the second half. Hurry kick inside 50. Williams missed it for Parks. Point Cook Centrals. Well, it's going to go to the Sharks. They keep stuffing that up. So we'll get another ball up inside 50.
It is a bit of a mouthful.
Oh,
they didn't think of us commentators when they renamed themselves Point Cook Centrals,
I don't know how
did
I'm getting
they?
Parkside out of this somehow, but anyway.
There's a P. That's the only
I know.
comparison you've got.
Throw it in. Attar again wins it down in front. Still no easy possession. So Newport's defence holding up.
If they get it out here, Newport, their chance is they're very open 50. Kadua one-on-one back there with, is it Main?
Jesse Bruce, I think.
Jesse Bruce is back there. Main is on Talib.
So Newport get the clearance, but that one sails out of bounds. It'll be a free kick for out of bounds and a full. Free kick to go to Duplessis with Papachatsakis on the mark.
Duplessis, he goes short looking for Shade, who was hit hard but took the mark. Shade, he was best on ground when we saw Point Cook Centrals early this season against Parkside. He goes long inside 50 here into the pocket. Sharks man went down while the ball was still in flight. He won't get a free kick, and it's off hands for a throw in the left forward pocket. Kicking to the Marion Street end in this third term. They've already got 2 goals, and they're sniffing around another one here. 7 points down, the Sharks. Shaheen from the throw-in almost kicked it out of mid-air. Ball spills out towards Hamza Ali, and he gets clear for Newport. Up towards centre wing. Papachatsakis had purchased, couldn't take the mark, but he was caught across the shoulder, so he gets a free kick. Real jack of all trades for Newport, Papachatsakis. Started up forward, then down back. Now it looks like he's playing the midfield. Up and under ball towards half forward. Kadura in the middle of the pack. Attar over him. Neither mark. Ball comes to ground. And there will be a ball up just forward of centre wing for Newport, who are probably pretty happy just to play a bit of stop and start footy, just to take a bit of the momentum out of the Sharks, who've really come firing out of the blocks at the start of this second half. Ball up. Shaheen won it down. Players milling around the football like seagulls at the beach, and there's another ball up. 7 minutes gone. 88.9 Win FM, 90.1 if we're at the ground. There's lots of cars around the ground. Cheerio if you are listening. Shade got the handball out of the congestion, went nowhere. Now Kadua in there for Newport, trying to kick away. Eventually, like a rugby scrum, it comes up towards half forward. We're bursting out of the pack was Abu Zaid. He punted in front of the boundary, in front of the club rooms, to the top of the square. Taleb! Dropped the mark. He sprinted before he had it. Recovered, got it back to Papachatsakis. Skies a ball to the top of the goal square. They come from all angles. Kadua there. Ball hits the deck. They want a free kick. They get one.
Is it Jawad?
I'm not sure what that was for.
High tackle.
High tackle, and Jawad has got the free kick directly in front.
Is it Taleb?
Taleb. It's Mitchell Taleb who got the free kick for a high tackle directly in front, and this will be a valuable goal for Newport if he kicks it. Just to ease the pressure. Margin 7 points. It was 31 at one point in the second term. He's directly in front to the southern end, and he steers it home, and they respond. Newport, their first of the third term. 9-5-59, Point Cook Central 7-4-46, and we've gone nearly 9 minutes in the third term, and we look like we might be headed for a real nail-biter here, Nick.
Absolutely, just the response that Newport needed after the Sharks were really getting on top in the middle of the ground and on the scoreboard as well to start this second half. But just really good attacking play again there from Abu Zaid, just to work his way, tap it along, finally get some space to let the wheels go a little bit. And although Taleb dropped that initial mark, went back, was able to make amends, earn the free kick and strike truly.
Mesto in the ruck now for Newport, so Attar just easily wins that one down. They get the clearance to the Sharks. It's a wobbly kick inside 50. It's off hands, loose footy, players coming from everywhere. Qureshi lays the tackle. Umpire is circling and says, I'll ball it up. About 40 out from the Sharks goal, kicking to the Marion Street end here in this third quarter. 9.5 play third quarter. 13-point lead to Newport from the restart. Ball gets battered around a bit. No one can pick it up. Tap forms. Another ball up.
getting darker and darker. We might need some of the cars around the boundary to turn their headlights on before long.
It's a bit of rain coming, I think.
Tossed up. Pritchard won the hit out. Tandy's kick was smothered. Ball's pretty much in the same spot, and we'll get another ball up.
Good uptick in contested ball footy here from Newport. It was a department they were losing out in at the start of this third term.
Umpire throws it up again. Attar wins that one down. Ali's there at the bottom of the pack. He can't gather it. Henderson tries to pick it up. Abuze tackles him. And we'll get a ball up.
Defence holding up pretty well here for Newport.
2-point halftime lead, I think, to Wyndhamvale, 56-54. So game on there at Albion from the restart. Another ball up.
I just want to quickly cut in. The wind is definitely favouring the team kicking to the right of the caravan, going across the ground, so not directly to the goals, but favouring the team to the right.
Attar gets a hit out into space. Henderson crumbs it. Has a flying shot on goal. Missed it by a long, long way, and a mark was taken in the right back pocket by Abdul Jawad.
So, as Connor said, it's Point Cook Central's going with the breeze, or the advantage of most of the breeze in this third term. And from the kick out here, they get it Centrals, but they handball the wrong way. And running onto it here is Abu Zaid. It's up on centre wing, and
Be called
eventually
back.
A free kick is paid, and it's going the way of Newport, who are going into that breeze, but they have the lead. 13 points. Chip in board. Mark taken here by Jawad, who shrugs a tackle.
Tripped.
And then was tripped, and he gets a free kick. In the centre of the ground, the skipper, Abdul Jawad. 20 goals on the season. He's far too far out to kick a 21st, but he can set something up here. He prods the
Great
ball
kick.
to the half-forward flank, and Abu Zaid takes the mark, hits the ground running. Inside 50, he's dragged down, got boot to ball, and
Mark.
Attar. He's got a spring. He took the mark, played on a bit too quickly. Mutton has it. He has to handball towards the boundary, and it's out for a throw-in. The Newport fans in front of the club rooms letting him know about it. There'll be a throw-in about 20 metres around from the Newport goal.
Really good pressure there from Brent Turner to force that turnover.
Attar in ruck. Shaheen maybe had the better of it. Bit of aerial ping-pong. Now it's caught in a pack. Ball up, still in the forward pocket. Goal here for the home team would be worth its weight in gold. Lead by 13 points. We're nearing the halfway mark of the third term. Taken out of the ruck by Mustafa Mesto. Bouncing ball towards Kadua. Trying to get his hands clear. Contested ball at the top of the goal square. The Sharks whisk it away. Kick out to the half-back flank. The ball sits nicely there for Vandermeer, who's off to the races. Kick up the near side wing. Up there was Williams, couldn't take the mark, did well at ground level, got it by hand to the running Turner. They're turning defence into attacking the Sharks. Turner's kick to the hot spot, bouncing. Oh, don't tell you, it's gone all the way.
We're talking about hitting the post.
The post is wobbling, but if it didn't hit the post, that is a remarkable goal. The goal umpire has signalled a goal. Matthew Turner, he was on the run, he was about 65 out, and it just bounced and evaded everyone and went through for a goal. Their third of the term, and it's a 7-point margin again. 8-4-52. Point Cook Central's Newport 9-5-59.
Good response there from the Sharks, and it was just quite miraculous watching that ball sort of jag and bounce inside 50. And as you said, Cave, just evaded everybody, and sometimes that's the luck you need on a day like today.
Back in the middle. Attar wins that one easily. Got it down to Palmer. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Got a handball way towards Henderson, but he lost it. Mesto with a hurry clearance for Newport. Ball still inside the centre square. Newport gained possession, and Attar found some space. Handballs to Shade. He's got a runner out wide in Palmer. Looks to get back on his left boot. He does. He goes out in the Hanson direction. Marks out on his chest. Handballs back to Shade. He kept running. Well done there by Shade. Kicks inside 50. Is that a downfield free kick? And it is. Shanna took it. He plays on and snaps the goal. Margin back to a point in favour of Newport. Newport 8-9-5-59. Point Cook Central's 9-4-58. 14 plays third quarter.
Just starting to run over the top now. The Sharks really showing their class around the footy, and just too late on that hit there on Shade, and Stranak was too good to not take advantage of that downfield free kick and strike for his fourth on the afternoon. From limited opportunities, been really effective and really clinical in the front half of the ground, and here come the Sharks.
Big test for Newport now. They weathered the storm earlier in this term. Can they do so again? point the margin now. They led by 31 at one point, and they get the clearance here in Newport, and another downfield free kick. The umpires have been loving those today. And this will be a free kick for Newport, about 65 out. They'd love a quick reply here. They've been in front since midway through the first term. Got a free kick here to
I think it's Abdu.
Mohamed Abdo. Surely he couldn't from here. It'll take a long kick. He's going to have to kick a 55 into the breeze.
No.
He winds up.
It's
Gives it everything he's got. It'll go right to the line. Kadur from the side, but Attar beat him
He's
to
had a
it.
big quarter, hasn't he?
He's been outstanding. Strong mark on the last line and a high up and under ball to half back, all coming from the side there. I think it was Jawad. He let the ball go through his fingers. The Sharks have numbers at the full. One of them was held without it, and it is Henderson. Henderson on half back goes short to Shade, who's coming into the ground. Draws his man. Handball now towards Palmer. Evaded one tackle. Handball over his head towards Volk. The umpire is there and is paid a free kick for a throw.
No, holding the ball.
Send it. And now it's reversed.
For what?
I don't know.
Must have been some bad language from Seward, but that could really cost Newport because Palmer's got the free kick on half back from a reversed free kick, and he drives them up inside 50 here again, looking to go back in front. Oh, good mark back with the flight there.
Free kick
By Kadur, but
Stranak.
Another free kick, and it's Stranak now. He kicks inside 50, and Hansen marks in the pocket. He offloads by hand. It's Williams, point blank range, and he puts the Sharks back in front. Back from the dead, Point Cook Centrals have taken the lead here at Langshaw's Reserve. They've booted 5 goals in this third term, which is nearly 17 minutes old. They are 10-4-64, Newport 9-5-59.
Really chasing the Sharks around the ground at the moment now. That superior running power and potentially some more stamina and endurance starting to show from a very professional football outfit. Some of the big names really starting to get involved now. Stranak, Shade and Palmer really having their influence on the contest, and it's been all the Sharks this third term.
The Sharks, they trailed by as many as 31 points midway through the second quarter. Now they lead by 5. And the Sharks' biggest lead of the game so far was 14 points at the 10-minute mark of the first quarter. So it's been a terrific turnaround by Point Cook Centrals. From the restart, Attar wins another hit out, but the clearance is going to go the way of Ali for Newport. Hurry kick was touched, so no mark to Badra, and we'll get a ball up just on the edge of the cricket pitch area. Just forward to centre for Newport. Kick into the club room's end here in the third quarter. Clearance kick was smothered there by Henderson. They push it forward though, but now they loop a handball out wide. Newport to Jawad. He's under some pressure. He goes back inboard. The pressure of the Sharks is turned right up. The hurry kick to half forward bounces over the head of a couple of players. Ball goes inside 50. Mesto through his legs goes back and grabs it. Had an opposition player in his back, but the umpire says nothing happening there. I'll ball it up 48 metres out from the Sharks' goal. As we approach 18 and a half minutes now. No clear hit out. Pritchard just taps into space. Mesto for Newport gathers. Kicks in the deep direction. Pack flies. Badra's there for Newport. He's dispossessed. Newport player fires out a handball, but it's chopped off by Duplessis. They whip it around by hands. Ends up in the hands of DeRose. He kicks a high ball coming out. Well, it was going to take the mark there. It was Duplessis. Got a handball to Shade. Kicks to half forward in the Grant direction. He can't take it. Aaron Williams is there, but he's tackled out of bounds. And we'll get a throw in just outside the 50 at right half forward for Point Cook Centrals at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. They lead by 5 points. 10-4 playing 9-5 in the WRFL match of the day on 88.9 Win FM.
Boundary throw in. Turner in ruck. Shaheen won it down. Missing it there was El Sabsi. The ball caught in a pack, and there'll be a ball up right on attacking 54 at the Sharks.
They've really taken the crowd out of the game, haven't they, in this third quarter?
Except for the crowd on their side of the ground near us. They're certainly very excited.
It.
Ball up, Turner with strength. Took it out of the ruck, then muscled it inside 50. They've got it again. Here it comes to Williams on the outside of the boot to the goal square. Stranik was there, couldn't take the mark. Sharks arriving in numbers. DeRose, maybe he was held without it. He was held without it. They'll have a shot on goal at point blank range. It's Jesse Bruce,
Lockie
Grant. Well, it's one of them. Grant has the free kick, and this to extend the Point Cook lead, which currently sits at 5 points. Grant's kicked one directly in front. Oh, he's hooked that a bit off the boot. That's a bad miss. Misses to the near side, Grant, and the margin is an even goal. 10-5-65. Newport 9-5-59. Ticked into time on in this third term. Gee, there's a lot riding on this now for both teams. Rain still hasn't arrived here, but the floodlights are on. You're listening to the WRFL Match of the Day, 88.9 Win FM, 90.1 of the ground. Lil Suki with the kicking, runs his full measure, finds Papachitsakis at half back.
Had no pressure on him to stroll out of D50.
Papachitsakis on defensive 50. He takes his time, decides I'm just going to bang it as long and as far as I can, and he gets it up to centre wing on the outer side. Big pack of players, comes off hands, and they're off to the races here. Newport, are they? Yes, Abu Zaid. Oh, his handball went a bit awry and they've turned it over. Opportunity goes begging. Kick comes back the other way for the Sharks. Up towards half forward. Back there under pressure was El Hassan. El Hassan now skirting the pack, and it's Saoud under pressure. Got a kick away and finds a teammate in the form of Shaheen. By hand to Papachitsakis. Again, a long ball up the outer wing. Finds Abu Zaid and he takes the mark.
Abu Zaid is forward to centre. Just in front of his coaching box now. They need a goal to Newport. He kicks the ball to the centre half forward. Pack flies, no mark taken. Sharks gain possession. Strong tackle there.
Dangerous tackle.
He's out against Palmer. Free kick to go the way of Newport. Handball goes to Papachitsakis. Kicks in the Cador direction. Ball off hand. Mesto's there. Cador does his own crumbing. Well, the home crowd wanted a high tackle. The umpire says no, and we'll get a throw in. 2 metres around, 5 metres around from the right behind post.
Umpires very trigger happy, aren't they?
So the throw in. Mesto and Attar. Ball ends up in the hands of Badrak. It's a high kick. Umpire calls play on. Didn't go to 15. Abu Zaid at the bottom of the pack is taken high by Attar. No, he wasn't taken high.
It was just a high-looking signal for balling up.
So apologies there to the listeners. Tossed up. Attar wins that down. Plenty of players around the footy. We're going to have another ball up. There's a flying snap on goal.
Umpires have had an influence with their decisions in this term. No free kicks on that passage of play, despite the protestations of the crowd. You can hear them in the background.
Finding some voice again out of the Newport crowd.
22 and 3/4 minutes played now for this third quarter. No hit out there. Plenty of players still around the footy. Badra's there. He's pressured. In a hurry, snap out of the pack, goes to full forward. Can they get a mark? Cador's there. Main's there as well. And it's off Main's hands. And it goes through for a behind. So Newport moves to 9-6-60. They trail Point Cook Central's 10-5-65. 23 played third quarter.
Goals are almost worth double at this time of the third term. Kick out here for the Sharks. Mark taken by Palmer has really come into the game. He drives a wobbly old ball up through the corridor. Not pretty, but effective. Bounces inside the 50 into the path of Williams. Handball to the goal square. Stranicker's there. It won't quite sit for him. It's up against the point post. Newport arrived back in numbers. There's a scramble for the footy. The umpires found a free kick for a trip. And it's going the way of Newport. Right on the last line of defence. They don't want to concede another one here with 3/4 time looming. So with the kick in, goes long. Papachitsakis had purchased, couldn't quite pull down the mark. Free kick again paid here though, and it's going again the way of Newport. Just outside defensive 50, far side of the ground. It's Mesto with a long up and under ball. Towards centre wing, Attar went too early, couldn't take the mark. Important possession here. Contest on centre wing, there's a whistle once again. Umpires don't need much encouragement to pay free kicks today. And it's a free kick this time for the Sharks. Just behind centre wing. And they look to switch it here. They're on half back, it's Mutton who's got it in front of the club rooms. There'll be plenty of fingernails being munched on there. As Mutton sends a worm burner up towards centre wing. It's a poor kick. It's straight into the path of Shaheen, who took the mark on centre wing in front of the coach's box for Newport. He goes by hand to Papachitsakis, prods it up towards half forward, and Dib takes the mark. Just inching their way forward here, Newport. They've only kicked one for this third term. Whilst the Sharks have kicked 6, Dib kicks up towards half forward and Talib's taking the mark right in front of the club rooms. About 50 out, the crowd urging him on. He sends it up to the top of the square. Mesto at the back. Important fist away by Main. Now Shade runs onto it in the back pocket. He'll just kick it clear. And they're away here, the Sharks.
The kick to half forward. To a one-on-one Turner. Let's fist it away from him. Running onto it. There is Tandy. Can he gather it? He does. He's wrapped up in a tackle holding the ball. Free kick will go the way of Yusuf Al-Hawley at left half back. We've played 25 and a half minutes now of this third quarter. 5-point lead to the visitors. Al-Hawley goes across the face of goal. Abuzu gathers on the bounce nicely. Has time to wheel around, have a bounce. Runs his full measure, kicks to half forward. Cador's there, took a strong mark. He's been good this afternoon. They need to move it quick. Goes inside 50, looking for Dib. He takes the mark in front of his eyes. Good hands. Man the mark, standing up 50, but he's been pulled back a couple. Dib wastes no time, goes to the pocket, and the mark is taken there by Jawad. He'll be 45 out, hard up against the boundary line in the right forward pocket. He'll be getting plenty of advice from his home fans.
Maybe too much advice, I think, at the moment. They'd be probably calling the crowd for a bit of quiet.
So this for the lead.
They'll blow the club rooms off on the
especially now. So three-quarter tyrant sounds. Jawad comes in from 45 up against the boundary line. Struck it nicely. The crowd goes off. It's a behind.
They don't like
the umpires are coming in for a chat.
Oh, you're joking.
What is going on?
What is going on?
Point Cook Centrals have seen enough. They're going to the huddle. The umpires are having a powwow.
The fans loved it. The Newport players loved it.
Can't get influenced by the crowd.
Well, they call it the voice of affirmation, Mick. All the umpires are there. They're having a conference.
So they don't know what it is.
They'll be pulling out a PowerPoint presentation before long.
Where's Ark? Where's Ark?
It's a big moment coming up here.
Either way, the crowd's going to make a lot of noise depending on whatever result they give.
They'll rock, paper, scissor it. All the umpires from the whole ground are there having a conference.
The goal up at the other end has not moved yet.
Cade, we might have to go and give him some help as well.
The other goal up can't move because he's got a signal. They confer. What a moment.
They're still going. It's 5 points the margin. This will, if it's a goal, Newport will go in front at three-quarter time by a point. If not, the margin will be 4 points.
Oh, we got a result.
What is going to...
What's he doing?
Newport moved to 10-6-66. Point Cook Central's at 10-5-50. 65. It's three-quarter time from Lakeshore Reserve. We've got a huge last quarter coming up. We'll take a break. You'll listen to the WRFL Match of the Day on 88.9 Win FM.